Hello mate.
Right.
Where are we today?
We are in Bucknell Wood,
Yeah.
which is in Silverstone, right next to Silverstone Village. And we're going to have a bit of a woodland day. Bit of bushcraft and randomness.
Then up some hides.
Practice up some setups and stuff, yeah. Generally enjoy the day in the woods.
Should be fun. So we've got a tree which fell over a long time ago. It now has a whole other trees growing out the side of it. They're actually full size trees, aren't they?
Not little sprouts, are they?
Now I'm going to go into the thick of it. So Matt's just clearing the area for us so we can set up a few shelters.
Okay, so we have set up the camp. Getting a brew on. So what is this we've got here, dog?
Hey? We've got my teepee. It's a Polish Army Tipi Tent, is what it is. Made from 2 ponchos, which is very handy. So we've got our hide set up, so we can sit in there with our cameras and wait for some wildlife to turn up. Right, let's see if we can spot the campsite. It's just in there somewhere. I think we're quite well hidden. Here we are. So, I've just been doing a bit of washing up as Matt's processing some wood for the fire.
On the tall bench that I've got
On this bench that we set up. And we're just using the fire to heat water up to wash all the bowls and the spoons, so it's ready for our next meal later on today. We're just sitting here having a cup of tea before we go for a little walk. Wait a minute, there's something over there. Oh look, it's Matt. Right, we're going to chop some wood to make a table for cutting onions and vegetables on. What's that thing called?
wire saw.
Yeah, we're using this cheap wire saw that I bought from China for about £1. And we're testing it out on some wood.
It's quite wet wood as well.
Yeah, it's actually really wet wood. It's getting through it, isn't it? But it's quite slow compared to the folding saw. But I think it's good as a backup thing to have.
Yeah, it packs up nice and saw,
yeah.
doesn't it? You can wind it up.
Yeah, it's good as a backup. Now look at this chopping board we've got here.
You might have to put something over there. I mean, ideally, if I had what my first thought was if I had another one of these and cut that into quarters and then inside out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's good.
But you know, that's bound together.
Very impressive.
Tightened up with some wedges down the middle.
Right, let's put it to use then.
So what is this in here then? Flour and oil.
We're going to season it with a bit of salt. And we're going to make that into a dough with some water. And then we're going to roll them up into little flour dumpling type things, which are a bit like gnocchi, if you've had gnocchi before.
I think I have, yeah. This is a very good meal. Sausages, onions, garlic, good old Lloyd Grossman, tomato and charcoal vegetable sauce, and then the pasta slash gnocchi slash flour dumplings in there and all.
Not bad, eh?
It is absolutely fantastic, and considering they've just been made on like the edge of the world, you know what I mean? There's been no contact, no nothing, and they're just as good. That's a good substitute for pasta. I don't think we'd ever need to think about taking pasta again.
No.
Just flour.
Really good.
It's really, really good, and you can just make as much as you need. You know, I mean, it's nice, isn't it?
Well, it's versatile because you take your flour with you, and you can make flatbreads.
Yeah, bannock and that, isn't it?
Yeah, bannock and or pasta. It's just, you know,
spot on.
Right, we're taking a look at Matt's camera and tripod with his camouflaged coverings on.
Little homemade camouflage out of an old pair of combats, and basically just chopped them into shreds. And this is an old band from a head torch here. All this is strips of camo just sewn down the length of this band, so then that wraps around the camera.
That's nice.
Around the lens like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, that.
You know, and then I've still got the my lens can still move.
Yeah.
Then this next bit, you got these little poppers here. This is actually one of the cargo pockets. Alright, so that sort of does it. You know, if you've got a bit of a wider lens, you don't need to do it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you can just tuck it in or whatever.
Yeah, like that.
And then I've just utilised my little doobies here to hold bits on. So I've got this cover around the back at the minute. It's like a bit that's, you know, so if that was there on a remote, nothing can see the camera. You can't see the screen, any lights on it or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've got it on a remote shutter release. So we can undo this little window, and that's the back of the camera. And then round the back here also, this is all just makeshift, done with cable ties, most of it.
Yeah.
So I've chopped off a popper here and cable tied. So then that's just my popper to do it up around the camera.
Alright.
And then
so it all easily comes off.
yeah, so it all comes off. So then we unhook this cargo pocket, and that's just the cargo pocket with the hole in the top line.
That's clever.
Yeah, and that's the camera then. So that's the camera all camouflaged. Then onto the tripod. Now with the tripod, I was thinking about using camo tape, but being like telescopic holes,
Yep.
it's not going to work unless it's actually coated, you know, like powder coated in the, or something. If they can do that, I don't know if they can do that.
No.
Powder coat in a pattern, I don't know. But so again, it's just bits of the trousers. These are just like little rubber caps which go over the
Where were they called?
the knobs. And yeah, so I just tucked in some of the fabric in there, like, and then just slide them back on, and that's them all nice. Sort of made like a little skirty bit for this section, because obviously there's a lot going on under there.
Yeah.
So I just sort of made a little skirt.
So you still got access to all these
So
bits.
yeah, and this is my knobs there as well. Just wrapped a bit of it round.
Ah, right.
Cable tied it on, so I've got all that control.
That's really good. So you kept it all separate, so everything could still be used.
Yeah, everything will still work. And like I say, so the thing was that I wanted to still be able to use my legs, have the telescopic different height available, and obviously left a little bit here at the bottom, which is just a little skirt. You lift its skirt to release the doobry. So if you release all three, lift all the skirts up, release all three, pull the legs out. and then basically you just pull the other one up and then put the skirt back down, and that's the whole leg then. You know, and that's cost me no pennies and no pounds. An old pair of trousers that was going in the bin.
Just walking up to the edge of the woodland because it's a beautiful sunset. We've packed up now, clear the area. You'd never know we've been here. It's getting quite dark now, and we're gonna head back quietly and hopefully see some animals. Bit of light left in the sky. I found this main path. Bit of a jump across here. Right, we're at the end of the day now. Sky's losing its light. I can see Jupiter even on this camera. There you go. There's Jupiter shining brightly. Right, we're gonna come off the main path, across this bridge, through the glade, then find my car, which hopefully is still there. That there is a glowing animal's eye. What do you think it is? Deer? Fox?